this. Oh. Hi guys, and welcome to the Ace Tanker for the M46 Patton. Yes, another one. I put out another video today, the M46 Patton KR Ace Tanker, and it occurred to me while I was recording that live that I have a lot of Ace Tankers queued up, and I could possibly do some double bills. So I've got two M46 Pattons Ace Tankers on the channel today. This is the second of them. You've already had the premium M46 Patton KR, and now you're getting the regular Tier 9 American medium tank, the M46 Patton. Although in this configuration, it is not the M46 Patton. In this configuration, this is actually the M47 Patton, but we'll get into that in a moment. You see, the M46 Patton KR, I went into a lot of detail or history on that video earlier on, was basically an upgraded Pershing. And that's why the M46 Patton KR looks like a Pershing. It's basically an upgraded Pershing. When you first unlock this tank, it looks exactly like the M46 Patton KR, because that's exactly what it is. The M46 Patton KR is a stock M46 Patton at Tier 9, an upgraded Pershing in other words. But when you unlock the turret and mount the turret on this gun, upgrade the turret, and when you mount this gun, it's no longer a 90mm, it's a 105mm. So when you mount the turret and gun on this tank, it suddenly becomes not the M46 Patton, it becomes the M47 Patton. So yeah, we've got all the Pattons in the game. We've got the M46, then we've got the, when it's stock, it turns into the M47, and then at Tier 10 we've got the M48 Patton. So this is a tank I absolutely love. It's a terrible, actually, a lot of people don't really like this tank, more than likely because they went through the stock grind, which is something thankfully I didn't have to go through. The stock grind on this tank is absolutely awful. It really is terrible. This is one of the worst stock tanks in the game to try and grind through and upgrade modules. So I've had this tank in my garage for over a year, and I hadn't played it because it hadn't been upgraded. I've been saving up free XP to unlock modules. Every time I got enough free XP to unlock a module, I put it into this tank, because you really need to have the upgraded turret, you really need to have the upgraded gun, and you really need to have the tracks in order to upgrade both of those, so, or the suspension. So you spend a lot of free XP. I think it's about 150,000 free XP just to make this tank playable in my mind, and that's not counting the engine or a couple of other modules. So I started playing this with the stock engine. I think I've unlocked the final engine since, but yeah, this is one of the worst stock tanks in the game. Thankfully, I haven't had to play it stock, because I don't play high tier tank stock anymore. I've just had too much misery as a result of doing that. So I spent a lot of time unlocking modules, got to play this tank when it was almost fully upgraded for the first time, and I'm in love. It's one of my favorite tanks in the game. But anyway, as I say, even though this is the M46 Patton, technically it's an M47 with this gun and turret. We are here on Mountain Pass, and I'm platooned with Beyond D and Tonza, and we're just gonna go. It's a Tier 9 game. There are 4 Tier 9s on either side, so very nice matchup. And once again, no RT. There was no RT in my earlier game in the Patton either, so we're just advancing now. The speed and mobility are not amazing on this tank, considering it's up against some very strong Tier 9s, mainly Russian medium tanks like the T40 or T54. Speed and mobility, this tank doesn't have it compared to a lot of other Tier 9 mediums, but it doesn't have terrible. I mean, it's usable. It'll get you around the map, and it'll allow you to play this tank like a medium tank. Now, we're sending 4 tanks down the ice road. That's okay, I suppose. Only one of them's a heavy. We've got a couple of heavies who've decided we've typically got a Lerva driver who decides he's going to go cover the bridge. And then we've got a T-34 coming down here. So really, at the moment, it's just Beyond D, myself, and a T-54 Mod 1. As you can see, even though this is not a fast tank, I've got the speed, I've got the maneuverability to get in here relatively early, and I don't have to worry about RT. So, T-55A, ooh, I want to get my hands on that tank. So we pop up, and of course, don't manage to hit the lower glacis, but T-54 to the right, lots of tanks in front. Just trying to use my gun depression here. And I have terrible turret armor. and I've got to be very, very careful. You see, I'm very hesitant to poke and take a shot here. I'm just waiting for the Lorraine to get distracted, pop out, and luckily bounce the Jagdpanther 2, miss my shot, and I decide, yeah, it's probably not a good idea. I'm playing with fire by poking that corner with everyone pre-aimed. So if we're going to have any look on the other side, we're just using our gun depression, and apparently I poked up too high, so I've just taken a hit from the Lorraine 40T. So Beyond is here, he's taking hits. T-34 is trying to use his gun depression as well. Enemy team being quite aggressive, pushed up. T-54 has missed a shot. I'm just making sure the Lorraine isn't there, doesn't have shots on me. But yeah, we're at a little bit of a standstill here. I don't really want to poke this corner because it means going side on. T-54 misses. I think that was a blind shot, possibly. But just going for his cupola, miss a shot. So yeah, we just have to be very, very patient. Unfortunately, our team are losing a lot of health. Our T-34 has just lost a lot of health because he's continuing to poke that corner. T-54 decides to move up, take out, or put a shot into someone. And yeah, it's just a terrible start to the game. I bounced on a really bad angle on the T-55A. I was hoping to get a track wheel, but he's angled well. So Beyond is up here, he's trying to use his gun depression. I'm trying to use my gun depression. None of us want to push forward. Shots coming in from both sides. We're caught in a crossfire. You gotta love choke point maps. Medium tanks, love the speed, love the maneuverability, love getting around the map, and then you've got a map like this where you can't do any of that, at least not till endgame. So that T-54 is just taking a big hit. I'm looking for an outline here, can't see one. T-54 is taking snapshots, not hitting them. Is this guy really coming around the corner? Yeah, okay, that time was a better shot down into his upper glacis, was able to do 420 damage, and this is what this gun can do. This is 105mm, but it handles like a 90mm. Love the rate of fire, move up, and again, even though this tank does not have great turret armor, managed to bounce another Jagdpanther 2 shot. So we're finally doing something, but we've lost our T-54 Mod 1, we've lost our T-34, it's basically just Beyond and myself, along with some other tank, oh, an M46 KR. So my younger cousin, or my younger brother even. So using the wrecks of these tanks, thankfully T-54 Mod 1 died in a very, very good position for me to use as a hull down position. And enemy tanks are hitting the wreck. We're able to get one shot in. Now the E-75 is moving up, so, oh no, KR has just gone down, so it's just Beyond and myself versus 3 or 4 enemy tanks on this corner. Actually, it's about 6 enemy tanks on this corner. E-75 takes a big hit from Tanza, who's coming up to support us. Tanza's moved around. Tanza did a lot of damage to the E-75, so the 3 of us are here holding off the enemy team. And again, oh, he managed to put a shot into me, you sneaky little git. So put one shot in, set him on fire. Trying to keep him from shooting my my cupolas, but get another shot in, set him on fire for a second time. Bye bye, Mr. T-54. Oh, 2 fires in a row. You can't do that. Unfortunately, I'm not on that mission. If I was on that mission, I'd be rejoicing right now, but I'm not on that mission. So we've held off this corner. We're still losing 5-7. T-54, friendly, says, hope you have mission. Leva is still there. Okay. So you can see we're communicating. As I said, I'm stuck on my kill 3 RT in a medium tank mission. I've been stuck on that mission for 6 months. I can do it. I've done it since in heavy tanks. I've done it in light tanks. I've even done it in TDs, but I haven't been able to do it in a medium tank yet. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to set someone on fire twice, but there's still a bunch of tanks around this corner. Beyond knows the Leva is there. There's a Lorraine 40T. I'm down to 236 hit points. Beyond's on 564. Tanza is dealing with light tanks, and I decide to fall back. Beyond is holding, but I decide to fall back because I had a funny feeling the enemy team were too quiet, and as a result, yes, my intuition, my spider sense was tingling. So an AT-15, a T-34 suddenly appear out of nowhere. The Lorraine 40T has reappeared. I've fallen back, so I'm able to prevent them from flanking Beyond. Beyond only has to worry about the tanks in front of him. so we can stop the enemy tanks from flanking. Beyond is now doing some flanking of his own. We're going for the T-34. AT-15 seems to have... see, I'm in trouble. I'm asking Tonza for help. So we track him. I could go for the T-34, but AT-15 is more important. No, AT-15 is repaired. Okay, track him again. Beyond's got to deal with the T-34 by himself, so able to take out the AT-15. Come on. Beyond can afford to take a hit. And now we can go help Beyond.
Ready to fire.
And we miss our kill shot. Are you serious? Oh, rear of a T-34. Unfortunately, we don't manage to pen. Oh, this gun, 218 millimeters of penetration, 390 damage, and we miss, fail to pen the rear of the T-34. But after some really tough defensive work in that corner, we finally managed to break through. Beyond's on 3 kills, I'm on 3 kills, Tonza's on 2 kills. IS-3 has been spotted, Lev has been spotted, and we're just going to see whether or not we can get any more damage. Beyond is asking what tank was that 30 kW in 8 game in. I told him about a game where I got 30k or thereabouts in a game, and I'll be bringing that to you soon on the channel. Don't want to you know, ruin any surprises. Unless maybe I will ruin the surprise in chat now, I can't remember. The Leva goes down. So just the IS-3 left, and even though this is not considered a fast mobile tier 9 medium tank, it's still good enough. I said that at the beginning of the game, and I'm saying it at the end of the game because I'm really enjoying this tank. I really like this tank. So the IS-3 had a huge head start on me. I'm looking for kill number 4. We've done 3.6k damage there or thereabouts. IS-3's on 280 health. Don't kill him, don't kill him, don't kill him. Oh, IS-3 is gonna block my shot. Is he? Okay, we're auto-aiming. Snapshot! And we nicked the kill. So first ace in the M46 Patton, probably my favorite tank in the game at the moment. I'm just having so much fun with this tank, and thankfully I had the foresight, although it took a year to unlock modules before starting to play this tank, because this tank looks so bad as a tier 9 when it's stock, but when it's fully upgraded, I'm just looking forward to tier 10 so much after playing this, and I'm not going to be selling this tank. I'm definitely not going to be selling this tank. I'm enjoying it too much. But first ace in the tank, as I said. Finished top on XP with 1377, 3,850 damage done, 4 kills. But we also managed to do 2,225 assistance damage. So I know this tank is capable of so much more, doing so much more damage, having much bigger games. But first ace in a tank always has to go up on the channel. Spotted 2, damaged 7, destroyed 4, and earned 33,500 credits with a premium account. And even though the game started really slowly, I took maybe a little bit of damage I didn't need to take, and took a while to actually start doing damage. Once it actually happened, I think the game was pretty good. I think the 3 of us, the platoon, held that corner very well against multiple enemy tanks. We were outnumbered, and we managed to pull it out. So very happy with the result. 2,000 XP on a ×2 first game of the day, left me on 4,000 XP overall, but yeah, I was pretty happy with that one, I think. And there we go. First double bill of the week, guys. Tomorrow you're getting 2 more Ace Tankers that are linked, and then the following day you'll probably get 2 more. I'm also going to be putting out some other videos. Before I took my break from YouTube, I had about 10 hours of gaming footage recorded. I finally managed to sit down, spent a whole day organizing some of that gaming footage into a series. So there's going to be a series coming up on the channel over the next week for a new game that you have not seen on the channel before, and it's a guilty secret of mine, but I'll wait till that video is released. But anyhow, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.